Go.
All right, 1010XL. We are live on the road, Mobile, Alabama, for the Senior Bowl. Got Matt Hayes doing the video. Leon Searcy is in there smoking a cigar. All right,
Leon worked hard today. Leon worked hard.
We're at Noble South, which is one of the cool places. Matt looked this place up. Nice 5-star place. So anyway, we're off Dolphin Street. So we're going to have a good time tonight. But let's talk about what we saw today. Because you're talking about really the quarterback class that most people are talking about coming out of the season.
Today it was all about the quarterbacks. We looked at Trace McSorley of Penn State, Jarrett Stidham, the quarterback at Auburn, and Will Greer, the quarterback at West Virginia, not to mention a guy like Hunter Renfrow, the wide receiver at Clemson. Talked to a lot of guys, DeMarcus Christmas as well, defensive lineman out of Florida State. I thought it was interesting, Joe. Some guys were awesome with the media. Some guys looked like deer in headlights with the media. You saw a lot of that today.
I mean, I think it's okay because this is kind of their first taste. They're coming out of their, prospective colleges, and all of a sudden they're like, "Whoa, this is the National Football League. We have to figure out what it takes to impress personnel people." And at the same time, they think what they're doing on the football field is going to sell everywhere, but they have to have the personality, a commitment. All that stuff is being measured now a little bit more than when they were in college, and so I do think it's a really neat dynamic to see where these guys go. Trace McSorley really impressed me in terms of a guy that says, you know what, I'm going to come into the National Football League and I'm going to prove to you that I'm going to be a leader.
You could tell the three quarterbacks. I was impressed by McSorley. Will Greer looked the part, and then Jarrett Stidham, our last interview of the day. You heard that on the Frangie show. Really enjoyed the conversation with Jarrett Stidham. Actually threw in a Joey Gatewood question as well from Bartram Trail. Coach Joey got in there towards the end of the bowl game, and Jarrett had nothing but positive things to say about Joey Gatewood. But the bottom line here at the Senior Bowl, it's not just about on the field. It's about interacting with the media. It's about all the questions from all the GMs, all the head coaches. You get all of that at the Senior Bowl. It's my first time here, I got to tell you. At that weigh-in this morning, I couldn't believe it. I mean, you had 1,000 guys just staring at these kids, walking across the stage, getting their height, getting their weight. You want to talk about putting pressure on you. Those kids had to stay in shape, or else it was embarrassing city earlier today if you were a couple of pounds overweight.
I had a nurse in my living room earlier this week for an EKG for a life insurance policy. That was kind of embarrassing.
You planned that before the Mobile trip, by the way.
Very smart on my part.
Yeah.
But Matt, just kind of look around, just kind of show everything about this place, and I'll come away with this and just basically say Mobile. I was a little more impressed with Mobile than I thought it would be. This is kind of a cool old town. This is where Mardi Gras first started. Now, it ultimately matriculated to New Orleans, and everybody knows Mardi Gras in New Orleans, but it's coming up in February. This is where it all started. There's some cool little haunts here. Old cook, old seafood, old custom and tradition. So this is a neat place. But when the NFL arrives here, dude, you know this. The NFL, there's, I swear, 500-600 people here that are all business when it comes to the National Football
Completely
League.
takes over the city.
They do.
NFL head coaches, GMs, former players. We've seen a lot of guys, Joe, just around looking for jobs. Graduate assistants might be out of work in college. Former players looking to get assistant gigs somewhere else. The NFL converges on Mobile, Alabama every single year, and we're getting an up-close personal view. This is only day number one for us. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We hope to catch up with Daniel Jones at Duke. Obviously, you got guys like Drew Lock of Missouri, and we're also hoping to catch up with Ryan Finley of NC State. A lot more quarterbacks tomorrow on XL Primetime.
That dude just got in our shot, with the phone ringing and whatnot. But, Daniel Jones is one of the guys that everyone is really intrigued about. Is he worth a first-round pick, and can he be a quarterback for the future for a franchise? And really, everyone's trying to figure that out. Everyone says, I can't imagine drafting a quarterback from Duke. Well, this guy's got all 6'5", athletic. He can throw.
Coached by David Cutcliffe.
Yeah.
Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, just to name a few.
Yeah, I mean, that guy knows, in terms of pedigree, when it comes to quarterback, he knows what he's doing. Now, beyond the quarterback position, we shouldn't dismiss the fact that the Jaguars are looking at wide receiver, tight end, offensive lineman. They need to pay attention to a lot of spots offensively.
Everybody, every position on the offense the Jaguars are looking at. We think we have a starting running back in Leonard Fournette. We think we have 2 or 3 wide receivers that'll make the roster next year. Aside from that, a lot of offensive turnover on the Jaguars. A lot of guys here will be Jaguars next season.
Oysters are very popular here. It's kind of the Jaguars. The world is your oyster. Look around, see what you've got, see what the potential is, and make sure that you get good players that you can evaluate and draft for this football team. And it's not just all going to happen here. It's going to happen between now, the combine, pro days, all that type of stuff. But know this, Jaguars fans, they've got to get it right this year with the first round pick if it's the quarterback. If they don't go with a quarterback in free agency, they got to get it right. And then the next couple of picks are crucial for this football team to turn back in the right direction.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with us today on XL Primetime. We'll have you tomorrow again, noon to 3. Now, after about 15 interviews, after countless trips on the Frangie show and the drill and Jaguars today, Joe, I don't know about you. It's downtown Mobile, Alabama. It's about time to get into some shenanigans, my friend.
All right, show them Noble South. See if you can see Leon
Big
all the way
Leon,
back
there
there.
he is.
It's early, but it's happening.